Let's say in a lab situation, you need to measure out some water, and actually you wanted to have kind of a precise measurement. You might say, hey, all of these glassware looks equally good at doing that. However, if we think closely, and especially what we know about significant digits, for instance, when you look at a beaker, you'll notice that there's increments there. However, the increments here are not on even levels. For instance, 250, that one would be 275. So each one of those lines is 25 milliliters. So if you were to estimate or go to a tenth of what's there, it's not really even like out of 10. So it's really hard to do. You're not sure where exactly would we record it. See, these are meant for just making estimates. They're not really for measurements. Hey, if you need approximately 200 mils, you fill it up there. However, this glassware is not what we call calibrated to a precise level. However, in contrast though, you see these items over here are graduated cylinders. They are calibrated to ensure that when the meniscus falls on a certain line, it's going to be plus or minus a very small range. So you have a flask, again, not very good. And if you notice look how it changes, because remember, a flask even has an angled wall. This is even worse than having a beaker because you're having to estimate these different lines are at different spacings. That's just a disaster. So when you have to measure things, if you have to do an estimate, it's okay to use these, but this kind of glassware is really great for stirring. This one's great. The Erlenmeyer is great for swishing, moving water or solutions, getting them to dissolve, but they're not really good for measuring. So if you need to measure, hey, a specific amount of water that you want to have reproducible results, be sure that you choose a graduated cylinder. These are designed to be able to deliver a specific amount. Okay? So again, if you're using measurements, it will be implied that if you want to have a measurement, it will be in milliliters. This one here goes up to 10 milliliters. So if you have small quantities, choose the 10 milliliter one, because each one of those lines is 1/10 of a milliliter. Then you can estimate to the thousandths place. Now, if you need it up to 100, then you use a graduated cylinder. Actually, in the back, I have different graduated cylinders. If you need to do more than 100, then I can give you a larger one. It will have smaller lines, so remember, always check what is the smallest increment found on any device. And then you can estimate for significant digits to 1/10 of that smallest increment.